It's what happens when you pretend to be holy and mighty, but really you're just a smarmy dissembler and a liar. We've come to expect this from his boss, the professional liar and con man, but even though in past years we didn't exactly think of pray away the gay Mike Pence as particularly truthful, it has come to pass that during his tenure as VP to the Orange Menace, his lying has accelerated to levels pretty close to commensurate with the evil clown that he serves. So it is that, for example, back in the summer, he stated emphatically and unequivocally that there would be no second wave of COVID, and we all know where that went. And remember, he went as far as writing a Wall Street Journal editorial article saying this. Then, watching him debate Kamala Harris in the fall, lying through his teeth on every subject and practically every sentence, well, you get the picture. He's gone full over to the dark side, to where all the liars and trolls hang out. And by the way, to a place where terrible damage happens. These aren't small lies. Many have suffered and many have died as a result of Don the Con and pray away the gay Mike. This is no joke, not in the least. So now, Mike, the con assistant, finds himself in a bit of a jam as he looks to January 6th, when the head con man expects him to cooperate with his electional delusions and just refuse to acknowledge the real electoral votes, the ones legitimately won by Joe Biden, and thus proclaim that Trump can still remain president, or throw in the pretend electoral votes that have been submitted by some of Trump's nutjob MAGA followers, which would also maintain Trump as president. The latest episode in this circus act is the entry of another GOP genius. I have to say the GOP is just filled to the brim with these brilliant light bulbs. People who are so smart and so aware of what is going on around them, you are wise to keep them away from household appliances, lest they hurt themselves. But hey, here comes Louis the LED light bulb Gomer, who is suing Pence to force him to do what Trump wants him to do. Amazing. This period in our history will surely be reported by historians as the era when all the mad clowns escaped the sanatorium at the same time, and they were running the government. Anyway, Mike finds himself in a bit of a bind because his boss and Looney Tunes like Gomer want him to throw the democracy overboard, while at least half, if not more, of the Republican Senate wants no part of it. Mike probably knows by now his best bet is to ignore his criminally minded boss and go with the admittedly self-interested but also still somewhat sane members of the Senate that want to keep democracy going for now. But if he does, he's going to enrage the Donald, who will then be mad at him for life. So where's the astrology of all this? Well, Uranus isn't exactly helpful, as it is squaring those Leo planets, which is going to make him quite uncomfortable. But really, it's Neptune, Neptune, Neptune. This is what happens when you misuse Neptune. Give it enough time, and your lies, what Neptune loves to do on the low end, and believe me, this whole crew is operating on the lowest of the low end. Your lying karma comes back to put you in a sweet jam. Neptune is right in there, squaring his Sun-Mercury conjunction, and since Neptune squares Mars and Venus at birth, it's a planet that, when misused, can really hurt you in transit. And so there you have it. Pray away the gay Mike now has to say a few prayers himself to try to get out of this monumental jam.